Alright guys, I know everybody's kind of panicking and everything, but I'm still in the middle of my move. I just figured I had to tell you guys what was going on because everybody seems to think Bitcoin is going to zero for some reason. Yeah, the price did dip down to almost $57,000, but it's currently on a little bit of a rebound, and it still hasn't made a lower low here yet. Like I was saying, I was kind of expecting us to get rejected up here where it was at in the last video that I made, and that we would probably be coming back down to make hopefully a higher low. However, I did say that I thought maybe it was going to be bouncing at that red line right there at about $60,000. Unfortunately, it has dipped down below that. I'm not really too concerned though, because if you can see indicated by this white descending resistance line and this descending support line down here, we are in a broadening wedge or maybe even a bull flag formation. And as long as we don't break down out of this pattern, then I think we're still looking bullish. We're just dealing with a lot of uncertainty and fear in the markets right now. Also, we have this possible bullish divergence right here, which is actually indicated on the weekly chart, and I showed you that in my last video. And if I extend this divergence down, then you can probably see that this is actually an ascending trend line that we have been bouncing off of a few times in the past. So hopefully we can actually find that support where we did bounce off of it earlier today, and maybe this is going to be the bottom before we continue skyrocketing to the upside. Everybody seems way more panicked than they were even back here whenever we got down to about $54,000, and it looks like maybe we're reaching some kind of a capitulation as people are in fear of the possibility that Trump might not actually be getting elected for some reason. I don't know why everybody thinks that this is really a possibility. I mean, I guess the Harris campaign has been doing a lot of advertising and stuff like that, and maybe on social media they've been paying enough people to say positive things about them that it might seem like she has somewhat of a chance of beating Trump, but I really don't see it happening. And as long as Trump does win, then I think this is still going to be a boon for cryptocurrency. This isn't really the main reason necessarily that I think things are dipping right now. We did also get this unemployment rate jumping to 4.3% and total job gains just at 114,000, which was way lower than the expectation, and this does mean that we're probably headed more into an economic crisis. The people be a recession, but as I've said multiple times in several of my videos, I think we've been in a recession now for at least a year. It's just now time for the rich to start entering their recession, as the poor, or people like probably you and me, have just been suffering for the past year or so. According to Miles Deutscher, it looks like some of the reasons why crypto is crashing is because of the Trump presidency odds decreasing, like I said, the recession fears, as I said, the stock market correction, which I think Bitcoin is actually a leading indicator, and that might be why the stocks are dipping. The yen is unwinding, geopolitical tensions, jump unwinding positions, GOX distributions, recent pump trapped fresh longs, and altcoin dispersion. Really, these last two I don't give a damn about, but the GOX distributions are definitely something that we have to contend with, because as I said, about $8 or $9 billion they say that is supposed to be going onto the market from about July to August, and it was tapered, and it's going to take a long time for all of those funds to actually be available to be sold on the exchanges, and now that might be coming to fruition, so maybe we are having to deal with a little bit more sell-off before we finally do hit that bottom and then continue to the upside. In my opinion, though, the bull market is still on, and I'm really not worried unless we do break down out of that ascending wedge pattern. But this whole crypto thing is an attention game, and right now it looks like the attention is on the possible civil wars in the UK, America, and maybe even World War III. It looks like the UK is descending into civil unrest as people are starting to fight back against the immigration crisis that they're dealing with. And Elon Musk has recently claimed that a civil war is inevitable in the United Kingdom. I think he only just technically said that a civil war is inevitable, and it does seem like the United Kingdom government and the United States government is both trying to push these countries to war. Maybe not just civil war, but also World War III, and obviously this is going to cause some kind of fears that people are going to be having to deal with. However, as long as we don't descend into Civil War or World War III, I think crypto is going to recover. And if we do go into these wars, then I guess it's not going to matter anyway, so who cares? The peak of the fears seem to be coming from the possibility that Israeli officials expect Iran to actually attack Israel as early as Monday, and this is in retaliation of Israel's attack on Lebanon, I think. It's really hard to keep up with all of this geopolitical bullcrap, but it just seems like it's all blown out of proportion in my opinion. And with the US and Russia both sending some military personnel and military equipment over there to try to settle things down, hopefully they're going to show their power and these smaller countries are going to sit the hell down and shut the fuck up, because nobody needs us to descend into World War III with all of the chaos that we've been dealing with already. According to Unusual Whales and multiple other news outlets, it looks like the attack is expected on Monday, which is tomorrow, and if it doesn't actually happen, or if it does come to fruition and it's not as bad as everybody's expecting, sending us spiraling into the deep, dark recessions of World War III and a global recession as well, then rebound as it turns out to not be as bad as people are really thinking it's going to be. However, if it does turn out to be as bad as people are thinking it's going to be, then like I said, it really doesn't matter, because World War III is probably going to end in a nuclear holocaust anyway, so who gives a shit what the price of Bitcoin is if nothing can even grow because the sun is blotted out from all of the damn nuclear fallout that's drifting through the atmosphere. We've dealt with this kind of crap in the past, and I really just think that it's a little bit of fear and uncertainty that we had to hold on and deal with for now. But as long as we don't continue making lower lows, then hopefully we can actually see a rebound from here. And the long-term trend is definitely an uptrend, but as in the short term, we are seeing lower lows and lower highs, so we could continue to the downside until attention starts to come back into the crypto space. Like I said, this is an attention game, and right now it just seems like everybody's paying attention to the possibilities of wars breaking out, the Olympics, and all these riots and other crap that's going on, and just nobody seems to have enough time for crypto to start putting money into it, especially not on the weekend. A lot of times recently, Bitcoin has been selling off on the weekends and then rebounding on Monday as BlackRock buys up all the Bitcoin that plebs like you and me are panic selling. And I think this could continue to happen unless they know something that we don't know. So let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? Are we actually reaching the end of this sell-off, or are we going to descend into World War III, and who gives a damn about crypto at that point? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if I brought you value. But most importantly, don't forget to do only good every day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.